Um, so I'm Suzanne Harrison. I am a certified SCORE mentor for a number of years now. I also serve the chapter in the capacity of treasurer. I met Jen years ago, 2017, 2018 timeframe. I did co-mentoring with Joe Daniel, who was an awesome mentor to be able to co-mentor with. I was so impressed when I met Jen and heard what her idea was. I just thought that it was wonderful for the city of York and thought that it would be a really big success. Oftentimes, as mentors, we mentor the businesses and then they kind of drift away, and we're never really sure if they became the success that we thought they could become, or if life and other things got in the way. When I went to the Give Local event a couple of years ago on the square and I saw Jen's place, I was so excited. It just warmed my heart that she made it through that ideation phase and actually was able to open and serve the children and grandparents and parents of our community. Jen Swanner is the owner and curator at the Curious Little Playhouse, a hands-on kids play space, toy store, and birthday party venue. Jen Swanner lives in Hanover on a lavender and horse farm with her family, and her background is in marketing. After many years of working in a corporate setting, she took the leap to open her small business in the spring of 2019. Jen, I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Suzanne. That was very sweet, very lovely. So yes, I'm Jen. In April of 2019, I opened the Curious Little Playhouse. Previous to April of 2019, I worked for 2 years on this idea. Gosh, I met with probably 6 different mentors through SCORE. I took a couple of business classes. I increased my my network. I did so much research based on, you know, how the idea was going to come to fruition. Everything from accounting down to what kind of play spaces I was going to provide for the kiddos. So by the time I opened my business in April of 2019, I thought, man, I got this. I have done so much homework, so much research. I couldn't be more prepared to open my small business. And then surprise, pandemic. Didn't plan for that one. Didn't budget for that one. So like the rest of us, you know, this was all uncharted waters for us. It was a pretty scary time. A lot of us didn't know what to do, where to turn. I remember the emotion the day that I had to shut my door. Gosh, and I'm not going to cry on Zoom, but it was a devastating moment, locking my doors to my business and turning off all the lights, thinking, what is going to happen? All of the funding, you know, resources that I put into opening my business, all the blood, sweat, and tears that I put in, I thought, what is going to happen? I'm shutting my doors and turning off the lights. Am I ever going to be able to open the doors and turn the lights back on? I don't know. I knew that in my world, I had created an essential business, but you know, to the outside world, a hands-on kids play space is not necessarily essential. So I knew that I was in jeopardy, and I sort of had, well, about 2 months into, the shutdown and the lockdown, I sort of had this aha moment of, how can I save my business if I don't have a brick and mortar? Um, I'm a hands-on kids play space. I have huge, expensive wooden play structures. Um, doing a pop-up or a traveling hands-on kids play space doesn't work. So I spent some time and really had to dig deep and figure out, what can I do? What could I do if I didn't have a brick and mortar business? How could I pivot and adjust and adapt? Um, and so I sort of backtracked, and one of the things that we do really well at the Playhouse is kids' birthday parties. Um, Obviously, birthday parties were not happening during that time. Um, but I thought, okay, how can I still provide a service in regards to a kid's birthday party, um, without having a brick and mortar building? And what I came up with was, I can travel to other people's homes and still set up, a birthday party, a setting for them, whether it be a themed Disney or whatever the case may be. Um, However, parents weren't throwing big birthday parties. They still wanted the kiddo's birthday to be special. So I was able to pivot and adjust that way. Also, I have a toy store. And so I took the time, and boy, it took a lot of time, but I uploaded my entire toy store online, and even, was offering free local delivery. I thought, I can't beat Amazon. I'll never beat Amazon. I can't beat the prices, and I can't, do the free shipping. But what I can do is, deliver. I can make the drive to someone's house that's within our within the county. Um, and that became sort of a sweet thing, because I ended up getting some online toy orders, and just, the crazy social distancing drop off that I was doing, with those toy sales, was kind of bittersweet, because, I would wave to the customer outside of their house through the window, because we didn't want to have contact with each other. Um, but it was still really sweet to have almost some human interaction. And so that was something really special. And I thought, and one of the things that I'm proud of myself for is, the owner of Amazon's not going to come and make a toy delivery to your house and wave at you through the window. But a small business like mine, I have that honor, I have that availability to do that. So that was my big pivot. I've now sort of integrated those services into the Curious Little Playhouse, now that we are open and up and running again, which we are still operating at 50% capacity. I might add, just for the safety of others. We're not required to do that at this point, but we're still doing that. And that has been my success story. It's been a very meek and humble walk back to, getting the business up and running and successful again. We're not 100% there yet because of the business that we're in. But I am very confident that we're going to get there. And I'm really excited. And so thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so happy and honored to be able to share my story. And a huge thank you and shout out to all the mentors at school. You guys have been phenomenal. I could not have emotionally taken myself to the next step without some of my SCORE mentors that literally held my hand and said, you know what, Jen, it's going to be okay. You're not alone. You can do this. So thank you.